What's up everybody, AnimeX here, and in this video I will be adding yet another video into the video series where I give you guys my predictions on a certain anime that I'm excited for, and just, letting you guys know what I personally think the anime will hold in store in this next season. As the title and thumbnail suggest, in this video I will be talking about how I think the Promised Neverland Season 2 will do, how popular I think it'll be, how much quality I think the anime will have, and for this one in particular, I think it'd be interesting to talk about how long I think the anime will actually go for, at least this season, because I personally think that Season 1 was not nearly as long as it should be. But let's just dive right into this, since these videos tend to be shorter, and just get right to the point, so let's jump right into the video. Now, just like all of my other prediction videos, the first thing that I think I want to get into is how popular I think the Promised Neverland Season 2 will be. Do I think it'll be something like, say, Jujutsu Kaisen, where I think my initial predictions are it's going to be something that's extremely popular, akin to something like Demon Slayer in the way that the anime makes it pop off, and makes it something that is a really titan of the industry. It's funny enough that I found out after I made that video that even Shonen Jump seems to agree with that notion, that JJK, or Jujutsu Kaisen, or it's more well known as, will become the most popular anime of its current time right now. But wait, let's not focus on that, let's focus on the Promised Neverland. I will say this, I don't think that the Promised Neverland Season 2 will be nearly as popular as things like the Bleach 2021 anime, Jujutsu Kaisen, or even something like Attack on Titan Season 4. I think these things are anomalies in terms of how popular they become, in terms of how much they explode, like especially something like Bleach and Attack on Titan, since these are already established IPs and they've gone on for quite a long time. For Bleach, it has a dedicated fan base that's been waiting for an anime for such a long time. And for Attack on Titan, this is said to be the final season and the climactic ending to a pretty great and amazing anime slash manga. But I just don't think Promised Neverland will be able to compete with those two things. However, I don't think Promised Neverland is going to be anything to sneeze at. I think it's going to be generally popular. If I had to compare it to something, I could see it being much more popular than the first season of the Promised Neverland, simply due to the fact that it's more established now. It has people invested, it has manga readers going after it much more than it did previously when it dropped its first season. So I think it'll be a pretty decently popular thing, and I think if other creators and other YouTubers start promoting it, it can become something that's really popular and really gets the recognition that I think it deserves. Even though it's still a top-selling manga, I think it could be pushed even higher and even further if people understand its greatness and decide to push forward with it. Now, as for the quality of the Promised Neverland, I'd split this up into two separate things. What do I want, what treatment do I want it to get versus what I think it'll get. Honestly, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, I don't think the quality of the anime will go down all that much. I actually think, in fact, there should be reason for it to go up, since, Promised Neverland, the manga, is coming to a swift end, and by the time this video has been released, it might have already been finished. The Promised Neverland may have been finished like a couple of days before, maybe even the weekend before that I released this video. But that'll give it a good reason to have a very stunning anime adaptation, good animation, good camera movement, and just a way to build tension throughout the anime, similar to how Season 1 did with its work. I think Promised Neverland, the anime adaptation at least, seeing as how I haven't read the manga, did very, very well to build up tense scenes and really establish just how the characters are feeling at that particular moment in time. Take this from me, someone who literally just rewatched all 12 episodes last night in preparation for this video. I do think that the Promised Neverland holds up even upon rewatching, because I personally felt the tension, I felt the emotion, and I felt all of the feelings that I think the anime was intending for me to feel, especially when certain people had to face through certain traumatic events. But I won't get into that in case you haven't watched and you're just interested in hearing my thoughts for the anime. Now, I did mention a special thing, or at least a little thing I haven't mentioned in any of my other prediction videos, which is how long do I think it'll be and why. Now, when looking at the Promised Neverland Season 1, I would say that I think it's actually got a relatively short season. Now, there are other anime that have gotten seasons like this. They're the 12-episode runs, like, say, Mob Psycho 100 or One Punch Man. But there are also other current gen or new gen anime that get in longer runs, or get like from anywhere from 24 to 36 episode runs, like, say, My Hero Academia, Fire Force, I think had a 24 episode run, and you can even look at something like Demon Slayer as a good example. Even Dr. Stone is another good example of something that got a 24 episode run, even though I'd say, in specifically Dr. Stone's case, I'd say its quality is a little bit below that of Promised Neverland. Now, I think this is personally just due to the nature of how the anime was. It was very stunning, and it was very hyper-focused on its quality in terms of, like, its animation and all the things that I previously listed. So it made it shorter in order to really give you that burst of emotion, and in order to make that first season very swift, crisp, and get in a very good amount of people that enjoy the series. I personally think that The Promised Neverland would benefit from doing another season like this. Now, even though I would rather see 24 episodes, or even 36 episodes of a season of its continuation, I think that if the next arc is short and sweet and to the point, similar to how the arc for The Promised Neverland, or at least the first arc was, I think the series or the anime would benefit from having a shorter arc, and an arc that comes to a crisp conclusion and can leave us wanting and begging for more. Now, as for me personally, as someone who did so much enjoy my last anime experience, I'm going to be waiting for the anime that should be coming out in January of 2021 due to its delay. I'm going to be waiting for that, but after that, I'm probably going to start catching up on the manga and reading that. So I do recommend that if you guys have not watched it yet or have not read it yet, you do watch the first season, enjoy that, and let me know what you guys think down below. But that is basically it for this video, seeing as how that's the main things I want to talk about in this prediction video. So with that, I think it's time to wind down and close out this prediction. Now, like I said, that is all I have for you guys today. Just another predictions video, since I know a lot of you guys did want another one on The Promised Neverland, seeing as how I actually didn't get around to it in the first week of my my revival arc for the channel. I hope you guys did enjoy this, and I hope that this video did, if not inspire you to watch it or get into the manga, at least did give you a little bit of a hint of curiosity to check it out and just give Promised Neverland a little bit of a chance. I'd say, honestly, if by the first or second episode you're not hooked, Promised Neverland is probably just not something for you. Although, as someone who enjoys it so thoroughly, and someone who can rewatch the entire season within the span of one night, I find it hard to believe that most people would not find The Promised Neverland enjoyable. If you like detailed plot twist, smart mind games, and just overall a general, well-written, emotional story, The Promised Neverland is something that I'd recommend reading or watching. I hope that I'm now speaking to some new Promised Neverland fans, as well as the ones that like Promised Neverland previously to making this video. Hope you guys are staying safe out there, not getting sick, social distancing, all that good stuff. And with all that out of the way, if you guys did enjoy, want more, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to subscribe, do all that good stuff so you can keep up with all the content and get notifications for all that good stuff. And as always, guys, this is Anime X signing off.